What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome back to Let's Play Ocarina of Time 3D Master Quest. In the last episode, we finished off the Shadow Temple, defeated Bongo Bongo, and rescued Impa as another sage. In this episode, well, I think it's finally time for us to leave Kakariko Village, at least for now. I'm sure we'll be back at some point. But goodbye, everybody. It was nice knowing ya. Now, if you don't know where to go next, it's probably a good idea to talk to Navi, because I'm pretty sure she says something like, "Hey, Ganondorf hails from the desert, maybe you should head over there and look for clues or something." Basically, what it boils down to is, yes, the next area where we're going to is Gerudo Desert. I mean, we've pretty much explored every other area here in Hyrule at this point besides Gerudo Desert, so yeah, it's a pretty safe bet that there's something important over there, and of course, that is going to be the next temple. But there's actually quite a few things that we need to do before we can even consider taking on the next temple, and to be honest, I'm kind of looking forward to it because we've been going from like temple to temple pretty quickly in this game, and I feel like it's been a while since we've had some good old-fashioned side questing, like good side questing, not like running all over Hyrule Field collecting big pose side questing, because let's be honest, that's not really good side questing. It's sort of just wasting everybody's time, but you know, we had to do it, so we did what needed to be done. Alright, so you guys know the drill. Let's just head right up through here and make our way into Gerudo Desert. A shame we're not doing this like during the day, so like we don't get the nice, amazing music. Oh, well, actually we do for a little bit, but yeah, it's probably gonna turn nighttime very, very soon. But whatever, let's just leap right over this bridge and bam, we made it! Nice! I love that epic shot. Alright, now before we actually go farther into the desert, let's stop here real quick because there are two golden Skulltulas that we can collect. The first of which is on the right side of like this rock pillar right up there. So hello, little fella. There we go. And that's easy number one, and guess what? Number two is just as easy. So, let's go right behind this tent, and there it is. Hello, Golden Skulltula. Yeah, there's also a secret nearby, but it's nothing important. Like, I believe if you play the Song of Storms, that grotto will appear, and down there you can find like 2 Deku Scrubs that will sell you a green or red potion for like 40 rupees. So if you're interested, feel free to do that, but we should be fine. So, farther into the desert we go. Come on, opponents, you and me, together, we're the only 2 people here. Well, at least until we enter Gerudo's Fortress. Now, Gerudo's Fortress is essentially the stealth part of the game, so, alright guys, calm down. I know this is crazy, it's gonna sound ridiculous, but I'm gonna try to do this entire section without getting caught once. I know it's never been done before. No one's been crazy enough to attempt this, but you know what? I'm ready to take on the challenge of Gerudo's Fortress, so let's go. I'm actually just joking. It's super easy to go through this entire area without getting caught. You can either shoot the guards to stun them, or you can just like walk right by them when they're not looking. Do yourself a favor though and try and look around every corner like before you go through there, just in case there might be a guard there. Hey you, young man over there. Look over here, inside the cell. Oh, well, who do we have here? I have no idea where you come from, but you must have a lot of guts to make it past all the guards around here. All of my fellow carpenters are in prison somewhere in here. If you get all of us out of here, we'll repay the favor somehow. But be careful, there are sure to be Gerudo guards somewhere around here. Whoa, watch out! Aw, man, you just had to say something. So yeah, these are the Gerudo guards. Normally you can actually stun them pretty easily with Deku Nuts, but if that doesn't work, you can also just spam the crap out of your spin attack with the big Goron sword, and they really can't even touch you. Yeah, they are not good guards whatsoever. Anyways, once you defeat them, they drop a small key, and now we can use this to free the carpenters. So today's your lucky day, my friend. You're free to go. Did you come here to save me? Oh, that's just swell. I'm Ichiro, the carpenter. We were really interested in joining their all-female group, but they locked us up like this just because we're men. We don't care about the Gerudo anymore. They're so rude. 3 of my fellows have also been captured, so please help them escape too. Alright, I'll do it, even though you guys probably got captured because you were, like, creeping on them, so, yeah, don't be creeps next time, alright? But I'll go ahead and save the other carpenters because we need them to repair that bridge out in Gerudo Valley. Alright, let's sneak right back in here before we get caught. And, actually, I'm not sure if there's any guards around this area. Let me just double check around all these walls. See, the camera angle doesn't really do you any favors in here. I think we should be safe for the most part. But, yeah, trying to peek around these walls, I've never really been good at it. Alright, I think I just need to run up through here now. The fortress is kind of like a maze, but it is pretty easy to navigate. Actually, hang on. Real quick, I know there's a guard right around this corner, and she will spot you if you get way too close. So let's stand back here. And bam, now she is gone for good, or at least until we reload this area. So let's pop in here, and we should be able to find our next carpenter. Yeah, there we go, perfect. I'm pretty sure all the carpenters say the exact same thing, so you know what, we're just going to skip over all of this dialogue. Blah-de-blah-de-blah, yeah, I will get you out of here, no problem. Hey, look, another Gerudo guard, who would have saw that coming? For like best practices when using the spin attack method, if you can, try and get them into a corner. That way, you know, you can continually attack them. Otherwise, you have to wait for them to like walk towards you, or you have to walk towards them. Either way, though, like, it's super easy to kill them with the spin attack method. Like, I am a good warrior, guys. I have practiced my sword combat for decades, pretty much, training on the mountaintops. You know the drill. You're a fine lad. Thank you for coming to save me. I'm Jiro, the carpenter. These women are so scary, I'd rather work as a carpenter than join them. I can't wait to say goodbye to this place. Two of my buddies are still being held prisoner. Will you please get them out too? You got it, my man. I'll save them, no problem. You just prance or skip away off to wherever the heck you're going back to. Probably that tent out in Gerudo Valley. Whatever, not a big deal. So, I guess while we're going through, I can mention that there are two collectibles you want to keep an eye out for. There's a piece of heart inside a chest and a golden skulltula, both on the outside of the fortress, that we want to get. We're not really in the area to pick those up right now, but we will be after, like, we save this third prisoner. So, let's hop in here real quick. And I'm not too sure if there's any guards in this room. No, I think we're actually good. So, let's head over here. And would you look at that? It's another carpenter. Hey, buddy. Yeah. I know you're trapped. I'll save you. No big deal. Hey, another freaking guard again. I gotta admit, guys, it's getting kind of old. Like, I really think they intended these fights to be a lot harder, but then people just found out you can cheese the fights by doing spin attacks or using Deku Nuts and stuff like that, and that ruined, like, all intensity that these fights kinda had. Alright, there we go. Got ourselves that key, and thus, we have essentially saved the third prisoner, so you're free to go. Thanks, boy. You're fantastic. I am Saburo the carpenter. Have you seen our boss, boy? He's probably worried about me. I have to go back to him immediately. One more of our workers is still prisoner. Please save him. I'm on the case. Don't you worry. Now, generally speaking, it's a smart idea to follow which way the carpenters go out, except for this one. Yeah, do not follow him out. He goes, like, directly into the middle of, the first layer outside. And if you wait too long, once you get out there, you will get caught. So don't follow that guy out. Instead, go back out the way you came, climb up these vines, and head in here. This will take us towards the last prisoner. Now, there's a couple of guards down there, and you could go and stun them with your bow and walk around them, but you really don't need to because there's like this little wooden thing over here that we can hookshot to and just completely skip over the top of them, and they won't notice us whatsoever. So, I mean, like, yeah, you can pretty much avoid a majority of the guards here in Gerudo's Fortress as long as, like, you don't do anything too crazy. So here's that skulltula that I was talking about, and I'm actually kind of surprised, like, my chain didn't bonk off the side of the wall there, but hey, I'll take it. Before we jump down or do anything crazy, let's hop up here, and if we turn around, yeah, Navi flies over there and turns green, which means if we take out our Ocarina, we can play the good old Scarecrow song, and our buddy Pierre will pop up across the way. And that's pretty much how we reach that chest that's over there on the right. And that does contain the piece of heart that I was talking about before. So, hello friend, get inside my pocket, will you? And now we're well on our way to completing another heart container. Yeah, pretty much like the next heart containers we're going to get is one from the remaining temple and then one from getting pieces of heart. Alright, now I want to go back to where I was, so I could walk there, but I could just also cheese it and play the Sun Song because, like, Gerudo's Fortress is not treated as sort of large overworld like Hyrule Field is, so it does like tie your position down to whatever door you just recently left. So bam, right back over here, and that works out perfectly since I believe the last prisoner we need to rescue is inside this area. Now stand here behind this wooden crate because eventually at some point there's going to be a guard that walks by and you want to make sure you stun her before you do anything else. Now that she's stunned, we should be able to walk like right down here, yep, and find the last guy. So, hello dude, I found you. Yes, I know you're trapped inside the cell. Don't you worry, I'm about to spring you from this prison, and you can go back and be with your friends. We just gotta fight one more Gerudo guard, guys. It's the same thing as before, just attack, spin attack, do whatever you want to do or needs to be done as long as you deal damage. You know, these guards have like a surprisingly high amount of HP considering we are using the Goron sword too. Alright, let's grab that key and spring this guy from his cell. It's been a long time coming, but you're free to go, man. I was afraid you were going to forget about me. Now I'm free. Thanks, I'm Shiro, the carpenter. For rescuing me, I'll tell you something interesting about the desert that I overheard the Gerudo talking about. They say in order to cross the haunted wasteland, you need the Eye of Truth. The Colossus is on the far side of the wasteland. Okay, now I'm going back to my tent near Gerudo Valley, so drop by sometime. You may find something helpful there. Bye! Alright, see you later, man. Have fun. Don't get caught on your way out. I've seen your fine work. To get past the guards here, you must have good thieving skills. I used to think that all men except for the great Gendorf were useless, but now that I've seen you, I don't think so anymore. The exalted Nibiru, our leader, put me in charge of this fortress. Nibiru is the second in command to the great Ganondorf, king of Gerudo thieves. Her headquarters are in the Spirit Temple, which is at the end of the desert. Say, you must want to become one of us, eh? Alright then, you're in from now on. Take this. With it, you have free access to all the areas of the fortress. Alright, sweet. So, we got a Gerudo ticket. I guess we're an honorary member of the Gerudo tribe now. Not really sure that's a good thing, but, hey, at least it means we can, like, walk around this entire area without having to sneak around or shoot guards, so I'll take it. Also, sorry about that lady. I'm sure she'll wake up from that in the morning. Like, I only shot her in the head with an arrow directly. I'm sure she's fine, guys. Don't worry about it. So, yeah, now we're free to walk around the entire fortress, and, there's actually a lot to do here, believe it or not. But one important thing we should do is open up this gate because this will allow us to sort of enter the haunted wasteland and make our way over to the Desert Colossus. So I believe if we talk to this lady up here... Hey, rookie. Are you going into the desert? I'll open this gate for you, but... You can't cross the desert unless you pass the 2 trials. The first trial is the River of Sand. You can't walk across this river. After you cross it, follow the flags we place there. The second is the Phantom Guide. Those without eyes that can see the truth will only find themselves returning here. You are going anyway, aren't you? I won't stop you. Go ahead. Alright, so there we go. The gate has been opened, and technically we could make our way to, you know, the Spirit Temple, but, like I said, there's a lot to do here in Gerudo Valley still, or Gerudo's Fortress, technically, so we're gonna spend some time here and take care of all those things, but I think we'll save those for the next episode. So, if you guys enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.